a Sega Game Gear. I purchased this from a car boot sale probably about 8 years ago, and it sat in a box in the loft. And I came across it about a week ago, and I thought it might make an interesting repair video. I don't exactly know what it does. It came with 2 games, an Aerial Assault and a Columns. It's in not too bad condition. It's got quite a few scratches here and there, and one of the battery compartment covers has the catch missing. Let's have a look in here. The battery terminals appear to be quite good, no signs of corrosion, so I think we'll pop some batteries in and we'll see what it does. Right, there's the batteries in. I'll just leave the battery covers off for now. Right, power button. Well, I've got a brief flash on the display there and the power light's on. Let's try that again. Let's try the other game cartridge. Columns, I presume that's like a Tetris clone. Pretty much the same thing. Just the power light. Oh. And suddenly the power light's gone off. Right, let's see how it comes apart. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips screws and a weird security type bit there. Now I think I've got one of those in my little toolkit here. Is it that one? Yes. Right, let's get it apart then. And it looks like we've got some remains of a spider's nest there. Right, pull these batteries back out for now. 2 screws under the batteries. Right, and we're in. Well, the first thing I've noticed, which I'll just see if I can unplug these connectors here. Right. The first thing I've noticed, which doesn't look quite factory here, let's zoom in a bit, is looks like there's a connector or something being pulled off there, and somebody's soldered the wires directly on. So it looks like somebody's been in here before. Let's have a look over the board here while we're in here. And looks like somebody's resoldered these capacitors here, because that doesn't look like factory soldering. Let's have a look over this side. Those ones look like factory, but it definitely doesn't look like factory over there. Now, I believe a common problem with these are capacitors failing. So I preemptively bought a set of capacitors for it, so it might just need the capacitors changed. I'm not 100% yet, but I don't know if that's little bits of signs of corrosion around there, possibly or not. I see something around there. I'm not sure if it's just dust, could just be dust. Right, let's have a look at the other boards. So I'll just zoom back in again. So this looks like the audio amplifier. Yeah, TDA chip there. We've just got about 4 capacitors on. And I believe this is the power supply board. So I think I might start by taking the power supply board out first, and we'll have a look at that. Right, so that's the power supply board out. I can't see any obvious signs of any damage on there. It all looks fairly clean. So I think we'll change those 3 capacitors here. So what have we got? We've got a 22 microfarad, 35 volts. There's a 25 volt, 100 microfarad, and 6.3 volt, 820. Let's get this shell out of the way. Right, we'll just zoom out a touch, and I think I'll start by putting a bit fresh leaded solder on these. So 2 there, 2 there, and the other one is there. And then we'll wick that off. I might just see if I can pull those straight out actually. I should just be heating them up. Like that. Alright, so I'll just get some solder wick and we'll clean up those holes. There's always one. Try the solder sucker on that one. Right, let's get these soldered in. Right, let's give that a little bit of a clean up with some IPA and a cotton bud, or a Q-tip for American viewers. Yeah, a little toothbrush on there. Right, I think that'll do for that one then. So that's the power board done. That can probably go back in its housing now. I think I've got the power switch round the wrong way. That one doesn't seem magnetic, that screw, for some reason. Right, one job done. Let's have a look at this audio board now. And I can actually see some signs possibly of corrosion just around that capacitor there. Now it looks like I might have to remove this section here to get that board out. So there's definitely some signs of leakage on this board. I'll just zoom down a bit more there. There's some just there. A little bit there, bit there. Right, so I think we'll get these capacitors off and we'll get those ones changed as well. I'm just going to use some wire cutters here and just see if we can carefully get them out without destroying any tracks. Lovely fishy smell. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of IP on this and we'll just clean this up and then get rid of this electrolytic fluid or electrolyte or whatever it is. I'll put a bit of flux on this first I think, and then we'll get rid of the old solder and put some fresh on. Right, that looks a bit better. Right, I've got some blue tack here, which I'm just going to use to hopefully stop the board from moving around while I put these capacitors on. Right, so I've already cut the legs to the right size. Right, so that's all the capacitors done on the audio board, so we'll get that put back in. Tell you what, I'm going to spray the volume with some contact cleaner. Before I put it back in here, just in case it's a bit scratchy. Right. Right, so that should be this bottom part all repaired. Right, on to the next bit. That's a bit better. Right, let's have a look at this bit. So how does this board come out? Because I think what we'll do as well, we'll have a look at the buttons and things on this side, because they might probably do with a clean as well. So I think I'll start by taking these small screws out on the outside. Right, so I've got two 4.7s at 35, so I'll just try and zoom down a fraction. So I think I'll remove those ones first and then work my way around. Right, so that's all the capacitors soldered in now. A little bit of a tedious job, but right, so let's see what these contacts are like on this side. I'll give those a quick clean up. Just use a bit of contact cleaner. And the cotton bud. Let's have a look at this part. See if there's any contacts need cleaned on here. I think there's a few buttons there. And we'll give this little disc a clean as well, I think. Right, I'll give them contacts a little bit of a clean on the back as well. Actually, we'll see if we can get that up clean while we're on. Right, now how to try and assemble this without all the buttons and that falling out. Actually, I can put that screw back in there just to hold the screen in place. I think I might be able to do that. Yeah. I think that little bit of plastic there just broke. I think it's getting a bit brittle. Right, before I put the rest of the screws in, I'll just check that the buttons are in the right place and they're still working. Right, we'll put the rest of these screws in. Right, so it's all the screws back in now. Right, which way did this go? That was the audio side, that was the power. thought I might have a problem with that capacitor. Right, I'm going to have to rejig this capacitor here so it's not sticking up like that, because that's in the way of the battery compartment. Right, hopefully that should do it. And we'll try again. There's a bit of an issue with this metal shield. And I seem to have a screw missing somewhere. Right, where's that gone? Well, I've had a bit tidy up on the bench and I still can't find that screw, so I have no idea where that's gone. It just has disappeared. But right, I think we'll try some batteries in. I'll just leave that one out for now and we'll see what it does. I did actually come across another game though. I found it Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I thought I had another game for this, so we'll try that one. Right then, let's see if it works now. Well, I got a brief flash on the screen there. It appears we've got sound. But we don't have anything on the display. I can see some faint lines. I don't know if you can see those or not. I'll just try turning the light off a second. Yeah, so yeah, I don't have anything on the display though. There's a little bit flickering and we've got some vertical lines, but that's about it. Right, so it looks like it's still not working, so we'll take it apart again. So here we are in bits again. Now, I've spent a couple of hours on this. I've been trying to trace through the circuit, check voltages, check there's no shorts. I've been tracing through tracks just to check there's no corrosion or anything, and everything seems fine. And I think I found the problem now, and unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to fix this one. And I'll show you why. I'll just turn this light off a second so you can see. Right, so this is the screen, and if I squeeze it, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not. Yeah, but when I was squeezing the screen in certain parts just on these chips here, you could see Sonic scrolling and you could see the Sega logo and that. So it's there, you can just see the Sonic logo there. There, I've just had it a second there. There you go. Yeah, you can just see it there. Oh. So the actual motherboard is actually working. There you go. You can just see it working there now. So I've actually repaired the, sort of try and get that side on there. Yeah, you can just see that one there now. Right, so I'll just put the light back on. So, unfortunately, I'll switch this back off. Unfortunately, it seems like the chips that are bonded into the glass here, or the these ribbon cables which attach to the glass, have failed. Now, I have tried heating them up with the soldering iron and going across them to try and get them to bond again, but without success. So I think the only way we're going to be able to repair this one properly is to see if we can get one of those replacement LCD screens, one of those retrofit ones possibly, or obtain a screen from a donor board. But I think the way it is at the moment, unfortunately, that's about as far as we can go with this one. So unfortunately, no fix currently on this. Right then, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please leave it in the comments section below. And as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.